All right, in exercise 1710, so chapter 17 is process costing, and at this problem we're going to be talking about equivalent units. And so what equivalent units are is in a process cost system is we usually have like this continuous process where we're making something. So we have direct materials, direct labor, overhead being added in, and at different times. So you think of like M&Ms being made. So as the process goes, it's going to start by adding direct materials like mixing the chocolate, adding sugar, milk, whatever else is in M&Ms. Then it's going to be formed into a ball. Then it's going to be coated in that hard shell. Then it's going to be colored. It's going to be stamped with the M. And so there's going to be this process going along. And that process is probably going along 24 hours a day. So at the end of a month, we're going to basically just kind of draw a line and say, hey, what are our costs for this month? Well, at that point, we're going to have M&Ms or product that are going to be in various stages of completion. And so equivalent units are basically just looking at saying, hey, okay, we've completed so many goods, plus we have so much in production that's a certain percent complete. And so equivalent units are just coming up with a number of units that are completed, which are not all completed, but they're, some are completed, some are partially completed. So we have equivalent units. And so in this problem, the first thing it does is ask for total conversion cost. And so what conversion costs are is okay, what goes into our cost of goods sold? We have direct materials, we have direct labor, and factory overhead. And so conversion costs are saying, hey, what does it take to take our direct material and convert it into a finished product? And what that takes is it takes direct material and overhead. So anytime you hear conversion costs, we're talking about direct labor and overhead. So in part A, it tells us that we have direct labor of 28,100, and it says that we have factory overhead of 12,589. So our total conversion cost is 40,698. Not too much to it. So part B, we want conversion cost per equivalent unit. So to calculate the equivalent units, we start with the beginning inventory, and so in this case it's 0. Then it says that we started and completed 89,000, but then we have some in ending inventory, since we have 2,400 units in ending inventory, but it says that they're about 3/5 complete. So if we take 3/5 times 2,400, so we have equivalent units of 90,440. And we know our conversion cost. We calculated that up here. And we have our equivalent units, which we just added up right here. And so our cost per equivalent units, we just divide our cost by our equivalent units to get 45 cents per equivalent unit. So now in part C, it wants the direct material cost per equivalent unit. So same idea behind this one. So beginning inventory was 0, finished and completed was 89,000, and now in our ending inventory, so we still got 2,400 in ending inventory. However, since direct materials are added all at the beginning, that means all the direct material has been added. There's not going to be any more added later. So we don't have to reduce it. We just use that full 2,400. So for purposes of direct materials, we have 91,400. So it tells us that our direct material cost was 219,360. Our direct material equivalent units is 91,400. So we'll just divide those out, and we get $2.40 of direct material cost per equivalent unit.